Cover.
Believe it or not, folks, there's a prayer for flags.
Why not?
Almighty Father of us all, humbly we ask thy blessing upon this symbol of our land, our homes, our liberties, and especially we beseech thee to open our eyes that we may more fully enshrine within our hearts the heritage which is ours, the values of our liberties, the glory of the symbol before which we bow in reverence, only less than which we kneel to thee. Suffer us all to pledge anew in our hearts what we pledge with our lips, an undying devotion to the flag, which stands for the America we love. Amen.
Recover. Thank you, Bill. Color guard, advance the colors. Title 36, Section 176 of the United States Code states, "No disrespect shall be shown to the flag of the United States of America." Furthermore, paragraph K of the same title states that the flag, when it is in such condition that it is no longer a fitting emblem for display, should be destroyed in a dignified way, preferably by burning. The Boy Scouts of America publication, Our Flag, states, when the national flag is worn beyond repair, burn it thoroughly and completely on a modest but blazing fire. This should be done in a simple manner with dignity and respect. Be sure the flag is reduced to ashes, unrecognizable as a former flag. The Boy Scouts of Troop 301 have worked hard to remove any grommets or material that cannot be destroyed by fire and prepping the flags for retirement. They were over here for about 2.5 hours the other night prepping all these flags, and we have probably 500 flags. We have flags. The flag, usually we get a flag that's from a veteran, but today we do not. This is just a flag that we took out of the pile, and just for common knowledge, there's always questions: should the flag be burned folded? Should the flag be burned unfolded? And I always have people come up to me after the ceremony and tell me there's nowhere that states it has to be folded, unfolded. The main guide for flag retirement is to do it respectfully and with honor. Y'all can all be seated if you want. I'm sorry, I should have told you. Okay. Because I'm going to stand you back up in a minute, so I'll give you a little breather there. When we retire the flags, we open them up and unfold them, as we have, like I said, 300 to 500 flags to retire. And when they're folded, it takes too long for them to consume in the fire, so that's the reason why we open them up. We will now retire this great symbol of freedom throughout the world. Please remain silent until directed otherwise. Absolute dignity must be maintained throughout this entire ceremony. Scouts can stand at attention. You guys can unfurl the flag. Just a simple piece of colored cloth sewn together in red, white, and blue design. A piece of cloth that itself does nothing more than hang or blow in the wind. Each flag does not only represent its own history, but that of every flag flown before it. Too many millions of people through our nation's glorious history, it has stood tall, standing as a monument of freedom for all Americans. Men and women have given their lives for it, fought for it, and revered it as a symbol of the greatest country on earth. Books, songs, and poems have been written for it, and our national anthem was inspired by it. Each day our children are encouraged to pledge their allegiance to it, and whenever it is raised or passed by, we all place our hands over our hearts and salute it. It stands for the freedom we all share and the pride and patriotism we feel for our country. Okay. I am your flag. I was born on June 14, 1777. I am more than just a piece of cloth shaped into a colorful design. I am a refuge of the world's oppressed people. I am the silent sentinel of freedom. I am the emblem of the greatest sovereign nation on earth. I am the inspiration for which American patriots gave their lives and fortunes. I have led your sons and daughters into battle from Valley Forge to the dry deserts of Iraq. I have walked in silence with each of your honored dead to their final resting place, from Arlington Cemetery to the South Florida National Cemetery, where there is silent white stones now row upon row. I have flown through peace and war, strife and prosperity, and amidst it all, I have been respected. Oh, glory is my nickname. Proudly I wave on high. Honor me, respect me, and defend me with your lives and fortunes. Never let my enemies tear me down from my lofty position, lest I never return. Keep alight the fires of patriotism. Strive earnestly from the spirit of democracy and keep me always as a symbol of freedom and liberty in our country. I am now old and faded. Do not let me fly in disrepair. Rather, retire me from my duties only to replace me with a new flag so I may continue to symbolize our country. With this, renew your commitment to what I stand for and pledge your allegiance to me one final time. If you all would please stand. We're going to pledge our allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Gentlemen, you can hold the flag. Prepare it for retirement. Color guard retired to college. Have you be seated? I'm going to ask you to join us in the singing of God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the lights from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean will flow. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. All right. Mr. Bill Stanton, I know.
We're doing
It was a
rounds.
better thought than it was. It sounded good.
Good job, Tony. And that was rounds.
Mr. Bill, would you mind coming up and giving us a closing benediction?
First time I ever slept like this.
Some things look better on paper.
It's not exactly a classical benediction, but it's a poem that I really like for this kind of thing. It's a prayer for our veterans. Oh God, our Heavenly Father, you have blessed us with brave men and women who are willing to defend our freedom. May your protection and grace surround them each day. Let your healing hand be upon those who suffer wounds and injuries. May those who have made the ultimate sacrifice rest forever in your holy presence. Comfort the families who mourn and those that are left to remember the precious lives of their loved ones. Help us to honor and support them. Let us ever be mindful of each sacrifice made on behalf of the American people by our sons, daughters, husbands, wives, mothers, fathers, and friends. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. I want to really thank Boy Scout Troop 301. We're getting small in numbers, but we're still making good things happen.